Hi, welcome. My name's Belle. I'm super excited that you're here. Today, I have a Pilates class for you designed to target your core, move your spine in all directions, get into your glutes, work a little bit of balance, connect mind, body, and breath, and allow you to feel more confident, have more mobility, flexibility, and become overall stronger. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hello and welcome. I'm super excited that you are here. My name is Belle, and I checked in at the front. You're Tammy and you're Bree, is that correct? Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here today. Do you have any injuries?
I have a cervical fusion and I have ongoing off and on SI joint.
Okay. For your SI joint, do you find more relief when your hips are stable?
Yes.
Great. So this is an awesome exercise for that. So we're going to work a lot on stabilizing in our hips, stabilizing in your pelvis, so you can hopefully find some release from that SI joint pain.
Awesome.
In terms of your neck, please be mindful of it. We do lift up into an abdominal curl. Feel free to keep your head, neck, and shoulders down and just work from an imprinted spine.
Thank you.
How about you, Bree?
No specific injuries. My hips kind of slide a little bit out if I'm like going too crazy with my legs.
Chris, awesome. Well, same thing. So that stabilization of the pelvis that we're going to work on today is going to help with that, so you can keep your bones in alignment and move with more ease and safety throughout class and the rest of your day. For class, we are going to do a 1.5 today, so we will be using weights. They're set aside for you on the left-hand side of your reformer. Go ahead and grab those. I've set up your springs for 2 red and a blue. Go ahead and lie down onto your reformer. Place your feet on the foot bar and just take a moment to arrive. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Nice. Continue to breathe normally. Often throughout our day, we don't have a lot of time to dedicate to just us. So for the next 15 minutes, take this time to focus on you, to focus on strength, on coordination, on your breath, and at the exercise at hand. To set up our core, take a deep breath in, fill up, smell an aroma of roses. Hold for just a moment. As you exhale, lift up from your pelvic floor, hug your transverse abdominis in, bring your ribs together and down, and pull it towards your hips. Engage from your glutes and create a little bit of light space under your lower back to maintain your neutral spine. Your first movement is going to be a bicep curl. Inhale. As you exhale, engage from the core, from the glutes, and then press out from your heels. Good. Inhale brings you in, and exhale brings you out. Carry on. Throughout class, I might give some hands-on assists. If you would like me to leave your space alone, please communicate that to me. I will always ask you again before I'm going to assist you, but know that you are always in control. While maintaining your neutral spine, bring your shoulders away from the shoulder rest and contain your core. You're here for 4, for 3. Nice connection to your breath, Bree. Last 2, and last 1. Go ahead and come all the way into home. Bird on a perch. Place the arches of your feet onto your foot bar. Curl your toes over and press your heels under. Your arm movement is going to be a hammer curl. Exhale, press out. Beautiful, Tammy. press your elbows and the backs of your arms to your carriage to ignite your brachialis, a different part of your biceps. Bring your mind's eye to the arches of your feet. Know that there are pressure points that live there that can help with digestion, can help calm your nervous system, and ultimately help with your balance. You're here for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Bring your carriage all the way into home. Place your toes onto your foot bar and elevate your heels high. Exhale, press out and pause. Good. Inhale, lift your hands to the ceiling. As you exhale, you're going to drop both heels under and do a skull crusher with your arms. Nice. Work your legs towards straight. Hug your armpits in towards your chest as you lift your elbows a little more towards the ceiling to activate those 3 muscles on the backs of your arms. You're here for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Lift your heels high, bend your knees, and bring your carriage into home. Lovely. Place your feet to a turned out second position. Heels to the outside edges of your foot bar. Engage your glutes to find external rotation. Your arms are going to do a chest press. Exhale, press out, and inhale, come in. Good. Sometimes doing traditional squats at the gym cannot be as accessible if you have knee pain or back pain or tight Achilles. Being able to do this on the reformer allows you to still find that range of motion that helps you do things like get up from sitting down and get up from the toilet by yourself. So it helps build independence. It's super important. You're here for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Gorgeous. Bring your carriage into close. Please place your weights to the left-hand side where they will not get in your way. Before we find our bridge series, we're going to imprint our spine. Lower your headrest down. I'm going to give you a glider. What I'm going to have you do for this glider is I'm going to have you place it on the right-hand side, about halfway from your back on the outside. I'm going to cue you into a imprinted spine. I will come over and try to pull the slider. If your core is engaged and your spine is imprinted, I shouldn't be able to move the glider. I'll go ahead and hand that to you, Bree. And I'll hand that to you, Tammy. Awesome. Once that's set up, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift up from your pelvic floor, hug your abdominals in, bring your rib cage together and down like you're trying to fit it in a Victorian style corset. From here, lift your legs to hovering at tabletop. Nice. Lift your arms to the ceiling and continue to press down through your back. Tammy, is it okay if I assist you and move this? Yes. Okay. Go ahead and press down. Awesome. Beautiful. And I saw your bottom rib press down into the reformer. All right. Even more so, Bree. Yes. Good. A nice contraction of your abdominals. You can move that glider if you want, but that's the tactile cue I want you to think of as we imprint our spine. So go ahead and imprint your spine once again. Let's do our toe taps. You are moving from your hip as opposed to bending your knee. Good, Tammy. Continue to reach your belly button through your torso to the carriage beneath you. Nice. Breathe. Go ahead and spin your hands towards one another and then pull your shoulders down your back. Good. Both of you did it. That was great. You're here for 4. For 3. Last 2. And last 1. Listen closely. Go ahead and lower your legs over the foot bar. Relax your hands. From this shape, just feel making one leg longer than the other. So from your pelvis, you're pushing one leg forward, pulling back, pushing the other one forward. Good. So as you find this movement, I want you to figure out or discover the points your pelvis moves that are not in neutral. And also find where your pelvis is in neutral, because that's going to be fundamental as we move through our bridge. Go ahead and find your neutral. Take a moment to imprint your spine. Then plant your feet onto your foot bar. Good. We'll start with a hinge bridge. So you're going to lift your spine in a hinge motion. Whenever you're ready, you can begin. Good. Go ahead and lift and lower at your own pace. You are welcome to lift your arms for an added challenge. You can try switching one arm and then switching the other. And that helps work your opposing muscles on your spine to help bring your spine in alignment. Things like scoliosis. You're here for 4. For 3, you're going to hold at the top in 2. Last one, hold. Engage through your glutes. See if you can lift your hip tips a little higher. Nice. Lengthen through your quads. Pour energy out through your knees. Yes, Tammy, that was a good engagement. And lift. Inhale. As you exhale, lower down. Good. Now you are welcome to repeat that and do another hinge bridge, or you can articulate through your spine one vertebrae at a time. If you have osteoporosis, stay with the hinge lift to be mindful of how your spine moves. Good. Continue to think of that muscle engagement that you found when you did making the one leg lower and one leg longer. Is your hips in neutral as you roll through each part of your bridge? Good. For 4. For 3, you're going to hold at the top in 2. Last one, go ahead and hold at the top. Lift first from your pelvic floor and then engage your glutes. This can be more effective than Kegels to help with things like incontinence. Breathe. Do you mind if I come over and assist you? All right, I'm going to place my hands on the outer part of your thighs. Go ahead and actively press. Good. So what you're doing is you're causing resistance to create a tension in your hips that will help with that hip stability. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Very strong breathe. Go ahead and lower down. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. And then draw both knees into your chest and give them a big squeeze. Good. Let's do some abdominals. Go ahead and place your feet down onto your foot bar. Press firmly with your feet to activate your lower abdominals. Imprint your spine. Inhale, lift your fingertips to the ceiling. As you exhale, initiate from your core. Lift up into your abdominal curl. Arms reach towards the foot bar. See if you can lift just a little higher. Good. Pause and breathe at your lifted shape. Nice. From your lifted shape, pulse up, contracting in your core, lifting up through your pelvic floor with each time. Good. Yes, good adjustment of your neck. Breathe. You're here for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Go ahead and lower down. Working a little bit on obliques. Go ahead and bring your legs to hovering tabletop. Doing a slow, controlled bicycle, bring your hands behind your head. Inhale. As you exhale, abdominal curl, lift up. You're gonna stay in the abdominal curl here if you can. Inhale. As you exhale, take 4 counts to bring your right armpit to your left knee for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go the other side for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do one more in each direction. You're here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Last one. You're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and release.
So don't know my right from my left.
That is okay. It is always okay to look at your hands, and it is always okay to be wrong.
Oh man.
All right. From here, let's transition into our plank series. Go ahead and step off of your reformer. Be mindful of the props that you have previously placed. For your plank series, you can do this at an incline at your ballet bar. You can do this at an incline at your short box, either your forearms or your hands. You can do it on the mat. For our 1.5, you also have the opportunity to try this on the reformer. If you're trying it on the reformer, I'm going to change your springs to 1 red spring. And then place your box in short box variation. Great. All right, so our first 2 movements that you're gonna try out, we're gonna do 2 sets of our plank series. Your first set is gonna be more static, and your second set is gonna be more dynamic. For the first 2 movements that we're gonna break down are gonna be your hovering tabletop and your high plank. The first move will be your hovering tabletop. I'll set you up from there, and then I'll cue you to go into your high plank. All right. Go ahead and find a tabletop position. Place your feet onto the pedal. Make sure your toes are spread out wide. Inhale. As you exhale, press out just enough to find your hovering tabletop. Breathe. Press through your feet as you bring your shins parallel to the springs. Engage through your core and see if you can lift your hips up, breathe just a little bit. Good. Lengthen out through the top of your head. You're gonna find high plank in 4. In 3, 2, and 1. Find your high plank, high plank. Good. Press through your feet to shift slightly forward, but not so much that you feel tension in your shoulders. Lengthen through your legs, engage through your glutes, and level them out with your shoulders. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come into close. You're welcome to take a rest. You can roll out your wrists. You could always flip them the opposite way. We have that dynamic movement on deck in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start in your hovering tabletop, and then go ahead and press out into your high plank. You're welcome to come in and out from that hovering tabletop to that high plank. Good. Firmly press into your hands. Imagine that you have 2 pickle jars underneath both palms. Without actually turning your hands, rotate from your shoulders to find stability through your back. For 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Very powerful. Go ahead and come on in and take a moment of rest. Awesome. Let's move on to our strength and tone part of class. So go ahead and step off of your reformer. Make your way over to the springboard. Go ahead and lower your springs to the number 9. Awesome. Take your triangle loops and turn your palms face up. Step backwards until there is a good amount of tension on your springs. Know you can always change this as we go. Step your feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale, have a squat down. As you exhale, bicep curl. Pause and breathe here. From this shape, try to lift your elbows a little bit higher. Bring your weight into your heels. Nice. And then you can make it more dynamic. Inhale, you lift. Exhale, you bicep curl and squat. Good. Nice, strong core. Beautiful. Creating length in your spine. Press your ears slightly backwards so your cervical spine is in contact with the rest of your body. You're here for 4. For 3, last 2, and last 1. Go ahead and rise. We'll find the opposing muscles. So you're going to flip your palms face down. Go ahead and find your squat and do a narrow row. Pull your elbows by your rib cage. Make sure you lean slightly forward. From here, with your arms hugged in, you're gonna hold this shape and try to high five your quads. Good. Nice. I love the dinosaur walks. So you're finding strength through your triceps, and this can help with things like tennis elbow, golfer's elbow. You're here for 4. For 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Last movement that we're gonna do here. In just a moment, we're gonna do some arms using the reformer, and we're gonna do a shave the head. The shave the head on the reformer, your hands are gonna make a triangle shape, your arms are in a diamond, and they go up and over your head. We're gonna do the reverse of that here. So, you're gonna be closer to your springboard. Your palms are gonna be up, and then they connect in a diamond shape at your tailbone. From here, go ahead and bend your knees, shift forward with your torso, and then think of shaving the back side of your body as you reach your fingertips towards the top of your mat, and then slowly come back in. Good. Allow your shoulders to come back and down. Find your breath as you facilitate the movement. It's all connected. You're here for 4. For 3, last 2, and last 1. Awesome. Go ahead and place your springs back on the number 11 point, please. Awesome. Go ahead and find your way to your short box. Have a seat. Face your foot bar. You're still on that one red. Please let me know if you would like it lighter. Go ahead and grab your small loops behind you. Same concept. You're going to create that triangle shape. Hinge at your hips. Reach your hands behind your head, and then shave your head. Reach forward. Good. Tammy. I love that you're focusing on the strength and alignment of your neck, especially the things going on with your cervical spine. You're here for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Go ahead and return your carriage into home. We'll find hug a tree. So go ahead and bring your arms in front of you. And then open your arms out to the side of your shoulder, not all the way back. Keeping that resistance. Yes, good. Now on this shape, find a neutral spine. So just like we set up at the very beginning of class, there's that little bit of a curve in your back, but you're still maintaining abdominal engagement. For 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Awesome job. Go ahead and place your straps onto the pegs for me, please. Awesome. Go ahead and place your, let's do the bar work first. So let's do a little bit of booty. Go ahead and grab your squishy ball. Squeeze your ball in between your ankle joints and find your feet in parallel. You can place all of your fingers onto the bar, work towards balance, do just one or no hands at all. Go ahead and rise onto the ball mounts of your feet and then lower down. Continue to go up and down, working through the different ways that your feet and ankle moves. This is important to maintain because as we age, we can lose that ability to find this motion of our feet, which can affect balance. You're here for 4. For 3, lift and hold in 2. Last one, go ahead and lift and hold. Good. Keep your shoulders over your hips. You're here for 4. For 3. Last 2. And last 1. Lower on down. Place your ball in between your inner thighs. Go ahead and lift onto your heels like you just did. Inhale, lower down into your narrow squat. Squeeze the ball for your exhale. Nice. You're here for 4. For 3, try and lift your heels a little bit higher. Last 2, you're gonna hold at the bottom. Last 1. Good. Hold at the bottom. You're gonna pulse up and down, maintaining the height of your heels for 4. For 3, last 2, and last 1, go ahead and rise. Awesome. Second set on deck in 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rise, sit down into your squat, and then press through all 10 toes as you lift with confidence up. You're here for 4. For 3, you're gonna hold at the bottom and pulse in 2. Last 1, go ahead and hold at the bottom and pulse up and down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, melt your shoulders down for 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Awesome job. Go ahead and rise. Place your ball back down. Change your box to long box. Awesome. Please lie down on your belly, prone, with your sternum off the edge of your box, the top of your head facing the risers. Good. Place your hands to the outside of the well. Just for a moment, we're gonna find your hamstring and glute engagement. Just your right leg, straight leg, right leg, lift up to the ceiling and then lower it down. Good, and just find that a few times on your right hand side. Good. Find that activation of your hip flexor as you lift your legs and feel your supporting muscles of your back for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Go ahead and lower on down. Opposite side, begin to lift and lower. Focusing on that pelvis stability that we've talked a lot about in class. Now you can feel your hip points on a solid platform, and you can tell if they are level. You're here for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Good. Hamstring curl both legs. Go ahead and squeeze your inner thighs towards one another, and then kick your heel towards your glute and extend out. Good. To make this more challenging, you can try to lift your quads off of the long box and keep them lifted as you bend and extend your legs. Very strong. You're here for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Go ahead and grab for the small loops with your hands. Drop your arms off the side of the reformer. Your feet can be closer together for an added challenge or wider apart for less compression on your lower back. Inhale. As you exhale, sweep your hands backwards. Good. Now you can keep your spine in more of a neutral shape. You could lift a little bit with a, kind of like what we did in our bridge, so like chunk spine. Or you could curl up and find articulation. So moving different ways, honoring how your body moves. Good. Now if you want, you can try to find that little bit of a lift with one or both legs as you press your hands back. Good. For 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Pause in between. You're welcome to just kind of hug the reformer, find an opposition of your spine. We'll have a tricep kickback layer in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your arms by your hips and hold. From here, bend and extend your arms, targeting your triceps. Good. If there's ever any pain in your elbow, don't go to full extension. This is particularly relevant if you have a tendency to hyperextend. You're here for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Fantastic work. Go ahead and bring your carriage into home. Place your loops back onto the pegs. And then step off of your reformer. Awesome job. Go ahead and place your long box back into its original home. All right, let's find our mermaid. So I'll have everyone face the weights. For your mermaid, your leg that's closest to the risers is gonna be parallel to your shoulder rest. Your opposite leg is gonna be like a half pigeon. Place your outside hand to the mid of your foot bar, and then inhale, press out long. As you exhale, rainbow your top hand up and over. Good. Go ahead and move through that shape, allowing your shoulder to chase your fingertips as you find a little bit deeper of a side bend. Allow your eyes to follow your fingertips. There's a lot of studies going on now about your eyes watching your movement and how it can actually help with the range of motion. If you would like, you can add on a oblique dip. So you can reach your hand underneath your bottom arm. Good. And then expand out. I love the sound of just breath. You're here for 4. For 3. You're going to place both hands on your foot bar in 2. Oh, that's one. Nice. Go ahead and expand your grip wide, and then find your swan variation. Lift up through the top of your head, bring your shoulders down and back as you bring the carriage closer to home, and then slide backwards. Do this a few times. Tammy, I love that you're moving in a way that honors what your body is going through right now. You're here for 4. For 3. Taking time to appreciate the stillness and the silence. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Return the carriage the same way you came in. Good. Still in this shape, go ahead and rotate your torso to the right. All right, same thing. Inhale, press out through your hand. As you exhale, find that stretch in your side body. Turn your palm like a spotlight because you are a star. You're here for 4. For 3, decompress your shoulder away from your ear. Last 2. And last 1. Fabulous. If you want to find that added oblique rotation, you're welcome to do that. You're here for 4. For 3. Thank you for honoring your body. Breathe. Last 2. You're going to find both hands to your foot bar. Last 1. Place both hands onto your foot bar. Expand your grip wide. And then find your swan variation. Bree, do you feel particularly tight in your left hip flexor?
It's like left, which side is that?
This one.
This one. Kinda.
Yeah. All right, last one. Go ahead and bring the carriage in and release the same way that you started. Awesome work. All right, let's do some functional fitness. And because you both mentioned it, we'll put all of the things that we did together for our functional part of class. I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one. All right, from here, let's go ahead and work on some pelvic stability lie down onto your back. Before you use the ball, so you can just hang on to it for a second, go ahead and bring your legs to hovering tabletop. Good. From here, turn your legs out, think frog. Okay? Now turn your legs in, bring your knees together, your ankles outwards. Good. Do that about 4 times. Okay? Gorgeous. Now, place your ball in between your inner thighs. Find the imprint of your spine. Find the internal rotation that we just did. Yep, so your knees come in like a mountain, your toes go out, and then you bring your legs to parallel. Go ahead and go out and in. Good. And keep doing that a few times. Notice what's happening in your hips. Can you find that pelvis stability as you work through both internal and external rotation? For 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Awesome job. Go ahead and release your ball. Okay, now you're gonna do from your frog and just pulse your knees out to the external rotation. So imagine that there is tension. Yes, so kind of like a clamshell that's on your back. Yeah. Good. All right. Tammy, is it okay if I assist you?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to add some resistance as you do this. Okay, go in and out. Yep, good. Nice. You're here for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. And then Bray, I'm coming for you as well. Okay, go and press. Yep, keep that resistance. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release. Awesome. All right, so last little bit, and then we'll find our legs in straps. Let's find your legs reaching up to the ceiling. Imprint your spine, press your belly button to the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, lower your legs about 30 degrees. Pause. Lower your legs halfway. Pause. Lower your legs all the way. Pause. Now keep your core engaged, that imprinted spine. Nice. Lift all the way back up. One more time. Lower down 30. Lower down halfway. Lower down.
My athlete. Think we're talking.
She's tricky.
All right, from here, I'll go ahead and add a spring. So now I'm putting you on a red and a blue. We're gonna put all of that together in legs and straps. Go ahead and grab your large loops. Place them onto your feet, 1 foot at a time. Extend your feet to the sky. And then take a moment and similar thing that we've been working on all class. Different angle, try to make one leg longer than the other. Now notice how you have to activate in that glute to find the press and lift of your hip. You're finding that muscle engagement, so if your hips do come out of alignment, you can put them back into stability. Good, now find neutral and try to press downwards evenly with both legs. Has your pelvis found neutral? From here, go ahead and find your leg lifts, lower your legs down and lift them up. This one's not as slow, so you can go to your tempo. Nice. there's any pain or discomfort behind your knees, put a micro bend in them so to not hyperextend at the joint. Good. You're here for 4. For 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead and lower your legs halfway, your feet in parallel, about 2 fist distance apart. Inhale, bend your knees, and exhale, press away. Keep your neutral spine. We're mirroring a shape that we did earlier at the ballet bar, so try to find that same muscle engagement as we find it here. You're here for 4. Good control of your hips for 3, Tammy. Last 2. And last 1. Find your happy baby. Inhale, draw your knees to your armpits and press them towards the carriage. As you exhale, simultaneously stamp your feet onto the ceiling. Find length through your entire spine. And this can be helpful as well for your SI joint. Breathe here. Inhale, extend your toes once again to the sky. Turn out your feet, Pilates first position. Go ahead and lower your legs halfway. And that was a good adjustment of your hips, breathe. Inhale into your frog. Exhale, press away. Good. Your heels are the best of friends, so they love to stay side by side. You're here for 4. For 3, you're going to find a lifted butterfly in 2. Last 1, lifted butterfly. Draw the soles of your feet to touch. Grab for your feet with your hands. Pull them closer to your face as you use your elbows to press your knees outwards. Know that as you relax into this stretch, your body eases out of that fight or flight sensation and allows you to absorb all of the wonderful things this stretch can provide. Go ahead and find your traditional butterfly. Lower your heels towards your glutes, maybe towards the springs. Your arms can be beside you, they can be out wide. For the first time on the carriage, maybe you crack your ribs open and find a nice stretch. Good, bring your legs together and then lift them towards the ceiling. Find your leg circles. Go down, around, and out. Good. Same focus on your pelvis. What was that?
I did it completely.
That's okay. As long as you're moving and you're breathing, that's really the main thing. Go ahead and switch your directions. Good. I know that this can be a big or a small circle, depending on how your hips are feeling. For 4. For 3. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. You did it. Congratulations. Make sure you tell yourself something kind. You are always listening. Remove your feet from your straps 1 foot at a time. Make your way to your mat for your final roll down, and we'll bring it all together. Inhale, lift your arms up high. As you exhale, baby back bend, bend your elbows, radiate your heart towards the sky. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, side body stretch to your right. Inhale up. As you exhale, side body stretch opposite direction. Inhale, up. As you exhale, keep your hips forward, rotate your torso to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, rotate to the left. Back to center, inhale, arms up. As you exhale, waterfall your torso down, bend your knees, be mindful of your surroundings. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Always ending on a positive note. Nod your head, yes. One more time. Plant firmly through your feet. Bend your knees. And then slowly start to articulate through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Stack your bones and your joints. Find a level, quiet, and balanced pelvis. Hug your transverse abdominis in. Bring your ribs together and down. Lift your shoulders high. As you exhale, bring them down your back and rotate your thumbs outwards. Press your chin backwards and allow a smile to crease your lips. Take a full breath in. Big breath out. Awesome job, Tammy, Bree. Thank you so much for coming. Once again, my name is Belle. I'm here at Wheat Ridge on Tuesdays, 1 o'clock to 4 p.m. I also do privates. I would love to tell you a little bit more about more of the classes that we offer here at Club Pilates, ways that you can get involved, and ways that you can find relief for hip instability and for what's going on with your neck. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. I will take care of your equipment. I will wipe it down and put it all back for you.